Hello and welcome to an all-new Marvelcast, Explosion Network's hub of all things Marvel, a place to talk about everything MCU and beyond, from Avengers Defenders to Silver Surfer and Ghost Rider. My name's Ashley Hobley, your guide down the Witch's Road, and joining me today is the astonishing Dylan Blight.
I feel like you've said that before. I feel like that's a repeat. Silver Surfer.
Maybe. I really need to compile a list.
Yeah, I feel like you've officially. That's the first time my brain's gone, nah, he's said that before.
Probably, it's hard with these TV shows to find something connecting to the 11 episodes.
You should have gone off the beaten path, I reckon. Just start. You should have said random witches for this. Non-Marvel.
Non-Marvel?
Yeah, why not?
No one knows. See if
because the credits for the show are like all random witch stuff, like pop culture stuff. Yeah, just saying. Anyway, too late now.
Too late. Yeah, so today we're talking about the latest episode of Agatha All Along, Through Many Miles of Tricks and Trials. Directed by Rachel Goldberg, written by Cameron Squires, the Coven faces their first perilous trial on the Witch's Road. Dylan, what did you think of this week's episode of Agatha All Along?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was a bit winky wonky, unbalanced for that first, I don't know, 15 minutes. I thought the pacing was a little bit weird. Once it got to like, oh shit, we're poisoned, from then through to the end, I thought it was really good though. And I was wondering how much you like it when it was like, oh, I was like, oh, they're going for some proper scary bits here. Will we wash we be okay? Will we survive? There was a woman with a scary voice. But no, I thought it was good. It didn't do a lot for building. I don't think. Like, you get these little teasers, I guess, of their backstories based on what they saw. Just a little sliver, and then we get the he's got the teen's got a sigil or whatever. Like, so we got a name for that, but there wasn't a lot like given to us this episode. But again, it was the first episode where we got to see our coven together properly working. So
yeah, I enjoyed the episode as well. I think I agree. Like, it took a while to get going, to find a rhythm or to find a reason to, a reason for the trial to be there, or for, to progress the story or expand the characters a little bit. Obviously we start with them finding out the riches in the Witch's Road. Confirm it, I'm definitely of the belief now. The little old Sharon is not a witch. Sure? Never was a witch. And I would expect I thought they'd be more upset, the other witches, that they didn't have a green witch brought along, and thus are probably going to die.
But they don't though. She does. That's fine.
Does she though? That's my question. I'll probably get to at the end of the episode. But yeah, straight away she almost gets herself killed. Old Sharon. I will say, obviously, they do have the sigil thing where, it's revealed that he can't say his name or reveal who he is to any witches, but she's not a witch. Did she hear his name? Don't know, because she wandered off. Nearly gets sucked into the ground, classic quicksand. Her poor bag, she got it at Talbot's. But yeah, they come to the coastal house. There's a riddle about, I can't remember what it is, but Sharon is able to work it out. It's wine. And she drinks that down real quick. We do get a couple little moments there, like we get Teen complimenting Alice on her tattoo, which she reveals her mother made her get because her mother believed their family was cursed, and that tattoo would potentially help with that. We get what I think is maybe the biggest hint at something, or misdirect. Alice talks to Teen and says, you need to be careful around Agatha. Word is, she gave up her son for the Book of the Damned.
Yeah,
is Teen Agatha's son? Is that too much of a...
No, that's a
too obvious of a hint? Or is it such a big, or is it so obvious of a red herring it becomes the obvious answer?
No, I'm gonna say it's red herring.
I don't know.
Way too obvious.
But does
Way
that work
too
in his
much
favor?
of. Way too much of. Smoke in the eyes. Boom.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just so obviously thrown out, and because the speculation around the character is already, oh, it's Wanda's kid, because that's who everyone kind of wants him to be. That's interesting, you know, and obviously, you know, he pops up, wants to find Agatha of all the witches that he could possibly come to find, you know, especially when she no longer has the Darkhold anymore, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but then you add in the part like her reaction to seeing the baby crying and at the Darkhold. That doesn't play into the narrative of her selling her baby for the Darkhold.
So maybe it's
not in the way that they're telling the story in which she willingly did it.
No, it could just be manipulated, or like the Darkhold ate her baby.
We did get another name drop amongst all that though.
Yes, which ties into the names that I mentioned at the top of the episode. Mephisto. Mephisto exists in the MCU.
Mm-hmm. It's him.
You know, that's it. Sure, he wasn't responsible for all the events that happened in Spider-Man, but you know,
you don't know.
Well, maybe, you know, they'll retcon. You know, do you know he's actually been in Mephisto's appeared in live action already? I didn't realize he's in the Ghost Rider movies.
Yeah, but they're not anything.
They're not MCU canon.
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think they'll ever be.
Well, until Nick Cage decides he wants to join the MCU. But yeah, we get this trial where, you know, they've been poisoned, they need to work out an antidote, and then meanwhile they get a bunch of hallucinations going on, you know. They just managed to get the potion done in time.
It was fun.
It's fun. It's a fine, normal episode. I don't think there's much to discuss. My favorite joke is that the portal to the next place outside of the house is the oven.
I like that. The witch joke.
Yeah, the witch joke. I had a friend, and you know, she had to go. You know.
I appreciate that.
Great, yes. And then at the end of the episode, Sharon is dead. Agatha's like, who's Sharon? But yeah, we think
that was actually a very funny
tag?
Just straight cut to the credits after that. Like just the straight, who's Sharon? Cuts.
Yeah, especially when we spent the entire episode switching between Mrs. Hart and Sharon, you know. But yeah, do you think she's actually dead? Did they bring her back to life?
Yeah, I think she's dead. Like, why does she not need to be? Like, why does she need to be alive?
Because she's part of the coven.
Is she part of the coven? She's not.
Yeah, she's there. She drank the poison.
Well, why do you think she needs to be alive?
Jokes. Team chemistry.
Yeah. I mean, she looked pretty dead.
She did look very dead.
Just gonna say that. She looked very dead.
This isn't like someone being stabbed off screen. Or stabbed and then left, you know.
Like, her body was, like, I don't know.
Very blue.
That's how someone who looks like they've just had a very bad poison, but it looks like someone who's had
maybe the antidote's just taken a while to come into effect.
But then I guess it raises the question of, if they all had to be cured for the thing to open, then
yeah, why didn't the oven open until the antidote was in her face?
Yeah, that's the only thing that has me wondering. So she's probably alive then.
Yeah, there's too much potential comedy.
She looks really, really dead, and then she'll come up and go, "Oh, sorry, I was just holding my breath." You know, like I don't know, just a little bit. A little bitty.
I will say another comedic moment is them just all going down the slide. You didn't need to watch them all go down that slide and bump into each other.
I mean, the show's going for a vibe.
It is going for a vibe.
It seems to be, hey, sometimes we're just a very funny, silly show. And then for 5 minutes this episode, it was like, we're a horror movie. Like,
yeah. They also had the massive botch Botox scene where everybody got
yeah, that was fun.
messed up faces. I did see somebody write after last week's episode, this is a show exclusively for wine mums. And I guess we're wine mums then.
I didn't see that, but I did see people say the show did very well.
I think the first episode's like done 7 million views. I think I saw. Might be 4. One of those numbers.
That's good.
But it's doing well, well enough. And I don't think they've put like a massive budget on this. So, I mean, also, I'm pretty sure it's a miniseries and it's complete. So, really, they don't care.
Yeah, I guess
it's not like there's going to be a second season.
Well, hold on. It's a thing of like, I don't think we're talking about a second season of this show, but I think it's do people care enough about Agatha to continue her character into stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Will we see these characters again? Is what they're determining by the ratings, I guess. But yeah, anything else you want to discuss from this episode?
I don't know.
Everybody looked good in this.
It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like it was fun. It was fun enough, but I don't. Like we're
still early days, getting to know everybody.
Yeah, it was like a lot of this episode was just to show a dynamic between them, which was fun enough, and we had some good jokes there. I like the pairings. I appreciated the moments between Teen and Other Witch. That was fun. I like their little dynamic there, and I appreciate the little, as I said, I appreciate the little small moments that we got to understand more about these characters that we each got in their little hallucinogenic moments. The sculling of the wine from Sharon was funny. There was some good stuff in here, but overall the episode did feel a little bit like a little bit over the place in that first go around. And you know what? I'm gonna say Agatha felt a little bit off this week.
Yeah, a little bit, but also I think we saw a little bit of her true colors as well. Of when push comes down to shove, she is going to take care of herself first. She will fuck everybody else up, so she lives. Do you know what I mean? Like she was the one who was desperately trying to break out of that house. She didn't want to drink the wine. She turned on Chen, but also like it was a weird motivational speech to get her to figure out how to do the potion.
Fair enough, yeah.
But also very charming and charismatic at the same time. At least for us. I'm sure if you're dealing with her, it would be as fun.
But yeah, it was fun. I'm looking forward to next week. But
that's the best thing this show could be doing, is making you looking forward to what's going to happen next week. So let us know what you thought of this week's episode of Agatha All Along by going to explosionnetwork.com/Twitter or jump into our Discord at explosionnetwork.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at All New Marvelcast, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser. Leave us 5 stars, and you can leave 5 stars, or just tell people about the show. And if you like this episode, thought it was worth $1, head over to our Ko-fi page at explosionnetwork.com/support. Thank you very much for listening. Make sure you watch next week's episode of Agatha All Along and join us next time for another All New Marvelcast.